Hoxton Revenge. Death sentence, 1 down, difficulty guide. After Hoxton's breakout, we decided to head to the FBI headquarters to gather some evidence to find out the rat who framed Hox. We don't know his identity, but we do know his location in the FBI safe house. So we'll head there now. For the assets, there will be an FBI safe house alarm box, which is this one, which looks like this. I'll explain on the way when we get to the safe house. Of course, I got a body bag case, so that way you have just a stealth. And this time I'm gonna bring the trip mines and show you how they work. Which it shouldn't be any not explanatory, but I'll tell you right away.
And somewhere in there, the rat. Alright, first task, get on the other side of that fence.
Of course, your first task is to get past the outer fence. There are multiple ways to get inside.
Watch out, guard.
An inside contact has rigged up spy cameras and surveillance drones. You can access them from the gadget on the roof.
Very generous of the our man that actually give us camera fees for free. So if you look up in the sky, there's these drones, and these are our drones, so you can actually spot the guards from outside in good view.
Guard, stay back.
Now I like to take this route to get by if the guard in the front.
Has to be some weak point in the security. Get a close look at that fence.
Of course, thanks for interrupting, Bane. Of course, you will have to get past and get through at least one of the gate. So there's no guard here. There's usually gotta be one stationary guard, either one in the back or one in the front. And of course, once you reach this first objective,
you're in. Next step is get inside the mansion. But watch out. All the doors and windows are tied to an alarm.
oh, there will be an invisible wall on this outer fence.
See if you can find the alarm box. Once you go in, it's gonna go off pretty quick, so be ready.
So you couldn't get that way through the jumping from the rock to here. But now you can.
Got it.
Alright, now I'm looking for the alarm box, which it's gotta be located around a wall in the first floor or ground floor. For a lot of people like to call it differently. So make sure the coast is clear before you lockpick. So anytime you lockpick a door or a window, alarm will start to count down. Here it is.
Guys, the alarm countdown is ticking. You need to take care of it. The alarm is disabled. No need to worry about opening doors or windows now.
There we go.
The traitor will be in the panic room, so you have to find it. Then we can work on getting it open.
Another thing you should look out for is evidence. Like these, for example, and also the big billboard or bulletin. Alright, here's one of the key cards. The key cards can be scattered around all over the place.
Got it.
And there's another one. So what I like to do is just place the trip mines around the walls of the doors, and that's what they do. You have a blue laser, which is a activate called sensor mode. When they're in sensor mode, any guard that passes through will make a beeping noise and will highlight for everyone to see. The beeping noise will not alert the guards, as they are probably got used to the noise by now through the years. Alright, so I found the FBI boss. This gives me a good indicator that the panic room is close by.
Inside the mansion. Keep looking. It should be a reinforced door.
And ooh. You know what, I'm gonna go for the kill. Alright, there it is.
This is
Okay,
it.
the panic room is controlled with 2 key cards and a retinal scanner.
Sorry,
No
Control.
problem.
I think the batteries are dying.
Now, we need key cards. 2 of them. Use them on the door.
Just watch out for the searchlights. Will help you if a guard's approaching. Place a trip mine here. This is one location of the security room and a corridor with camera operator. So I like to just dispatch him too.
Sorry, all is fine. I'm just hungry. You know, my stomach is screaming.
Alright, this is definitely one of the worst spots to get the
Look out, God.
the FBI boss escorted. Especially if you get this panic room here. This is one of the locations. If you see a closet with an open door, that's one of the possibility spot for a panic room. Luckily I got on the wall, but now I want to wait it out because there's a guard up there and he might walk and I don't want to start a chain reaction. Since I have 2 pagers left, I don't want to... So it looks like he's going down. You hear that? That's the beeping noise. And you can actually see it, and it's actually very handy to have. I say they're really best used in very close quarters, in very narrow corridors. Now, since I have the free trip mines placed there, this should give me a lot more of a breathing room. All I had to do is watch out for the windows outside because they can definitely see Director. Okay, before I grab that, I'm gonna grab the key card and
Got it. On the ground!
do it fast.
That hostage is going to slow the cops down.
And you just better pray for. Oh, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Okay, shit.
Come with me! Yeah, I was wondering. What does the fox say?
Oh, this is not good. Oh, you're probably gonna see it.
You need to get that guy to the scanner. Force him to look into it.
Come on! Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Over.
Civilians can do a lot of good for you, as long as you got them under control.
Come out. No sign of the clowns, right?
Okay, that was really close. But that was definitely one of the worst spots, and probably one of the worst objectives to do for it was escorting the FBI boss. So that's one of the reasons why I love to reduce the number of guards.
Too fancy in your endless layers of bullshit. I want some fresh air, damn it.
Inside the house instead of outside. Oh, okay. You know what, I'll just... Alright, that's good.
God, stay back.
Of course, now with all the placement of the trip mines, I should be good. Now, unfortunately, that's all for my pagers.
Now get that door open. Time to reveal the rat.
At the same time, I'm gonna look for evidence. So there's none here. There's a lot of locations where it can be found around this room. That can be found in this room. There's usually a total of 8 evidence to look after. Alright, I don't want to worry about any of the guards approaching because, well, I have the trip mines, so this should give me a lot of breathing room to get the other stuff out. The other objective you may have to do to get the panic room door to open is either have to hook up to get a passcode by using a telephone pole, and the other way is using a laptop.
Hector's the rat! That's why the FBI knew all about Mendoza's secret bag. Because this damn hardliner was feeding them information.
So yeah.
There's a finder's fee for all the evidence you pull out of the safe house. I have to safeguard CrimeNet and its contacts.
I'll place a trip mine here. Alright, I don't think they should. I feel skeptical with all these here, so I'm gonna move some in here. So yeah, the rat was Hector all along. And of course, this is the best spot to place the body bags. Just for better, just in case. And of course, if you see, he has this little armor set up just in case. Of course, if you play this loud, he will have armor on, and of course he will attack you. He will have a shotgun just like a Black Dozer, but in stealth he will carry the Glock 17 if you let him get alerted. I like to lockpick this door, so that. But also keep in mind, if you lockpick that door right here and lockpick this door, the guards outside will move inside the house. So you just create another pathfinding for the guards. So I don't recommend you doing it. And now we have to watch out. Alright, so this is a very common spot, so I gotta place a trip mine here. And let me just check.
Camera.
Alright, now a good spot would be here. This gives me a little room to run. And of course, you can probably see a lot of the trip mines placed.
Look out, guard.
And this is a spot I'd like to grab the evidence to. Now here, you want to be very careful because there can be guards around. Of course, I just have to wait it out. The only other time that I use trip mines is if I'm doing a pacifist run, which I can't kill anyone, or I'm doing a 75 detection risk with no HUD, which having the center mode is really helpful because the guard can spot me at a very long distance, and with no HUD, I have no idea where I'm getting spotted at. So having that big keen of awareness definitely helps. And this is that was what I was talking about earlier, was able to jump over that fence. And luckily I placed a trip mine there so it can actually of course I like to place the some of the ads right here to hide. Of course you can pick up planks, but they really don't deserve any purpose in stealth. And you were wondering, oh, why not just place them at the window, barricade the window so the guards don't see you? I mean, that's true, but they don't give you the option to do it. They only allow you to lockpick doors. So you can only board them up when it's loud, which is pretty dumb, considering that one of the worst objectives if you have in one of the worst spots for the panic room, which is moving the FBI boss to the retinal scanner. Definitely when it's close to the outside of the house, which is not really a good move. Of course, you require a total of 6 evidence, but the total of evidence you can collect is 8.
Watch out. God.
There can be a rare case of 9, but that is very rare for me. It only happened to me like 5 times. Now, there may be a rock around that corner. There can be a rock between that corner of the fence you can just climb over, which is pretty easy.
God on patrol.
Alright, it's real sketchy. Just, I don't like where they're almost getting too close here to just. As long as you don't see their head, they can't see you. And go do it again. Alright, now I'll grab the evidence. Now you can play the tape, and all it does is just a little conversation with one of the FBI agents with Hector, and tell all about the plans and how to capture the Payday gang. Alright, that's a little bit basic maneuver, doing a little leapfrog tactic. So that way I get a little bit speed, but still remain crouch. It's probably good to place a trip mine here. So that way if they come around that corner, I know for sure.
God, stay back.
Okay, looks pretty clear. Of course, you can use that one, the lamppost, to jump over the fence instead of doing the roof. But the roof one, it's really nice to go up because it gives me a lot more of a high ground and cover mainly a lot of the areas, and also avoid being caught by some of the murky water.
God.
And this is where situational awareness is very important here.
Look out. God.
Especially that the outfit that the murky water is wearing blends well in darkness with the bushes, the rocks. So your only source of where they are is their flashlight. So this is why you, and this is another thing, is you want to focus your surrounding, not only the eyes in front of you that you're looking at, but also your surroundings, which is very important in stealth, which can make a huge difference. Now I have to do 2 more left, and I have 1 extra. I probably won't go for all of them because if you get alerted before you secure the last evidence, the van will leave right away, and you have to wait for the chopper to arrive. So I recommend you avoid doing that, especially if you don't have a hacker perk deck or you don't have any jammers with you. Now, of course, I would have a jammer with me, but I want to show an example of how to use the trip mines with the sensor mode.
God, stay back.
Since I barely use it as much in stealth, mainly because I just know the routes of the guards, and I'm very cautious when it comes to being detected or before getting spotted, and as well as want to work up with my sharpness of my awareness skill. Now you could say the same thing about Sixth Sense, but Sixth Sense, it requires you to be stationary for a few seconds. Well, with trip mines, once you place it down, you don't have to worry about moving around. You don't have to worry about sitting still, as long you can still move around and you get still better, better view.
God, careful.
And I don't want to get too comfy with it, so that's why I chose over. I mean, sure, that would help me, but if I didn't have a trip mine there, I would have seen his flashlight, and I would have go inside, so... I also like to challenge myself, and it's actually very exciting to see how many guards there are before you make your move, without relying on a
God.
trip mine.
God.
But I won't object if you get more.
So now we can escape,
God, careful.
but I'd like to get one more loot.
God on patrol.
If not, then I would have to just book it to the van. And the telephone pole can be located outside of the safe house. You just have to look for the wire that is connected to the house will be connected to a telephone pole, which is like this one, for example, right here.
Look out, God.
Now, of course, on our way in to get past the outer fence, which I probably didn't mention it earlier, is there will be at least a cracked fence, like a couple planks kind of broken up. You can tear that away to get inside. And it's very random where it can be located. It can be located next to the gate, can be located on the side of the house. Alright, this is maybe just some evidence, but I'm not gonna go back for the collecting the 8-1.
God.
I gather this evidence, and we can escape and extract Hoxton's revenge perfectly, in which we did.
Fucking Hector! What makes a man spread his arsehole for the feds like that? Ah, fuck it. Great work, lads.
And there we go. So I hope that gives you a good demonstration of using the trip mines and why I barely use it. I'll probably cover the loud version of this heist maybe later, or probably somewhere in the future. So thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, as I'll be covering up the most viable loot in Payday 2, the diamond. Until then, farewell and have a wonderful day, everyone.